With a stroke of a pen,
School choice is now the law of the great state of Texas.
the decades-long battle over school vouchers is over.
And Dad, it is time that we put our children on a pathway to having the #1 ranked education system in the United States of America.
For the first time in history, Texas families can spend taxpayer dollars on private school tuition, homeschooling, or private education. Students will receive about $10,000 a year. Students with disabilities or special needs up to $30,000. And families who homeschool can get up to $2,000 per child. This starts as a billion-dollar program that gives about 100,000 kids the ability to take part.
Just like any scam, vouchers may sound good, but once you dig into the details, you realize they're ripping you off. A voucher is any program that takes our hard-earned tax dollars out of our underfunded public schools and gives them to unaccountable private schools. It's not a popular idea, and that's why voucher proponents have had to come up with a bunch of new slogans to sell their scams. Vouchers are not school choice. In fact, it's the school's choice, because private schools can deny admission to any kid for any reason they want. They can deny admission because of academics, because of behavior, because your parents don't make enough money, or because you're not the right cultural fit. Vouchers are not educational freedom. Private schools don't have to provide special education services. They don't have to provide transportation. And the voucher doesn't even cover the full cost of tuition at most private schools, which is why in Arizona, 85% of their voucher program went to subsidize wealthy kids who are already in private school to begin with. That's not even acknowledging the fact that 151 counties in Texas don't even have a private school.
Arizona introduced the first universal school voucher program in the country back in 2022, and it may provide clues for what's to come.
All of those choices haven't necessarily led to academic gains. Arizona is often near the bottom when it comes to student achievement, and the nearly $1 billion ESA program has come under fire for what critics say is a lack of guardrails.
So if we're talking about competition, it's just not a fair competition.
Raquel Mamani is a public school teacher in Phoenix and an organizer with Save Our Schools Arizona, which has been fighting privatization in schools since 2017.
If we're talking about using taxpayer dollars and, healthy competition, then we should all be playing by the same rules.
Mamani says public dollars should prioritize raising pay for public school teachers. Arizona also ranks almost last in the nation for per pupil spending.
What we find is that since they aren't doing the state standards, there's a lot of internet curriculum that you can buy that says, oh, we're following the state standards. But when they come back, they obviously are not. And they don't realize the pace at which the public school student is under for learning. When they come back, they're often behind. I'm the canary in the coal mine. I can tell them what it's going to be 10 years from now because I'm living it.
And the warning you're sounding is what?
The warning is that it's not good for our society. I don't care what it is. Anytime you take groups out of society and they form their own systems, it's not good for society. And when we don't know our neighbors, where does that come from? That's coming from unplugging from the community systems. And one of them is public schools.